First up, DMK MP Kanimozhi has apologized for the derogatory remarks made by a DMK functionary against actor Khushbu and three other actors who are the members of the BJP at a meeting organized by the party in North Chennai. Kanimozhi tweeted, and I quote, "I apologize as a woman and human being for what was said. This can never be tolerated, irrespective of whoever did it, of the space it was said or party they adhere to," unquote. She also said that Chief Minister MK Stalin or her party, the DMK, doesn't condone such remarks. In the widely circulated video, the DMK functionary Sadiq made insensitive remarks against Khushbu and others. Taking to Twitter, Khushbu has said, "When men abuse women, it showed what kind of upbringing they had and the toxic environment they were brought up in." We have Dharini live with us. Dharini, this remark made by the DMK functionary puts DMK in a very embarrassing position. Of course, Khushbu has tweeted out, and now Kanimozhi has come out and apologized and said that her party doesn't condone these kind of statements, irrespective of who makes it.
DMK's public speaker Saidai Sadiq has, made some abusive remarks about BJP women leaders, especially about four, women leaders, that is Khushbu, Namita, Gautami, and Gayatri Raghuram. So he also went on to tell that the BJP is growing its party, through these actresses, and that in case of DMK, it is actually people who do grassroots level work. So that is what he's telling, and he's also went on to call these four actresses as items. So that is a very strong and a very bad word that he has used at that point. He has called those four actresses, that is Khushbu, Namita, Gayatri Raghuram, and Gautami, as items. So a very a bad remark made by DMK public speaker Saidai Sadiq, and he's also went on to tell that even Amit Shah's head can have hair growth, but lotus will not blossom in the state of Tamil Nadu. So he was basically talking against the BJP, and he's trying to make a point that BJP will never be able to make its foothold in the state of Tamil Nadu. So this has come very badly. This is showing DMK in a very poor light in the state of Tamil Nadu, and become a talking point in the past, a few hours. And right now we have BJP State Secretary Vinod Selvam with us for a conversation, and we'll talk to him. Sir, DMK public speaker has made some very bad remarks about women in your party. How would you like to react to this?
This is not surprising, and this is not new to DMK. This is the culture DMK has nurtured for ages together. Let it be the times of Srimati Indira Gandhi or the late Selvi Jayalalitha. They've always thrown abuse at women, and they've used very derogatory remarks, starting from Karnanidhi, when he spoke about Srimati Indira Gandhi bleeding, to how they had treated Selvi Jayalalitha in the assembly, pulling her by her hair and pushing her down and throwing her around. This has been the culture of DMK, and today the culture is coming back. They couldn't control themselves beyond a point. Now it's been over a year and a half since they're in power, and they're drunk on power, and power has hit their head. And even their spokesperson has started talking utter nonsense on stage, and that too a minister was sitting right there, and he was listening, and he seems
all
to
right,
be
so we have Khushbu Sundar on the phone line with us. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us on Mirror Now here. Ma'am, your first reaction, of course, you've tweeted. You also heard Kanimozhi there, who had also tweeted saying she completely condemns this kind of a statement. Ma'am, your first reaction on Mirror Now.
I am shocked that this kind of a statement comes from somebody from the party line. Because the first thing when I joined DMK, the first thing I learned from Dr. Kalinga was to respect women. And that is why I also asked in my tweet if this is the new Dravidian model, developed by the Chief Minister in Tamil Nadu. I really don't know how to react, because it just shows the kind of atmosphere these people live in, the kind of little perks they get. I would say sadistic perks or pleasures they get by insulting a woman in such a derogatory manner. I refuse to acknowledge such men, because I don't have any time or place for them in my life.
Right, ma'am. You're saying you refuse to acknowledge such men. This is something out of sadistic pleasure that they're doing all of this. But ma'am, you saw the tweet put out by Kanimozhi. She says that she's upset at this and that she doesn't condone any kind of statement, irrespective of who makes it. So what do you have to tell Kanimozhi? Do you expect some sort of stringent action by the DMK at the moment?
Really, really thankful to Kani, and that's why I even tweeted her back saying that I'm humbled. Kani has been a friend for many years now. Just because I'm out of the party does not mean that we do not speak. We have been in touch, and I do speak to Kani once in a way, and I'm glad that she responded. And this shows that she's truly the daughter of Dr. Kalingar, because this is how Dr. Kalingar would have reacted. And I'm really, really humbled at the way Kani has tweeted, and she has taken a stern action against it. But I would expect the Chief Minister of my state, Mr. Stalin, to really take a stern action and expel such people. Because in a very recently concluded general body meeting, the Chief Minister did say that I don't know when I wake up in the morning what kind of a bomb is going to fall on my head. So
right,
he lives in that. He said he wakes up with a fear, and these are the kind of people who evoke that fear in him. So let me see if the Chief Minister has the courage to expel this man from the party for speaking in such a derogatory manner about me, the other three ladies including, but mainly me, in such a very third-rated derogatory manner. Let me see if Stalin sir has the courage and the guts to expel him from the party. And I have been part of DMK, and he knows the kind of worker I am. So let me see if he has got the courage to show some respect to somebody who served the party for 6 long years.
Right, right. You're saying, let me see whether Stalin has the guts to expel this man from the party. Ma'am, this also puts in question the larger issue of misogyny, the larger issue of, men abusing women, men making these derogatory remarks, and certainly not feeling bad about it, not having a remorse at all, because looks like the way that this man actually, spoke about you and certain other women, it looked like, this is something that is habitual as far as such people are concerned. What would you speak as far as the larger question of misogyny and behavior of such men are concerned?
Any place, any party, across any party lines, you are not supposed to speak in such a derogatory manner or in a very irrespective manner about women, period. No man has the birthright. Oh, you were born into this world you're brought into this world by a woman. She gives birth to you, whether it's a man or a woman. A woman gives birth to you. How can you even insult the womb of a woman is what I want to know. Any party for that matter, a stern and immediate action should be taken against people who make such derogatory remarks. They think it's perfectly fine to, speak those lines and then get away with it because the party doesn't take an action, or it's just that Angrez chale gaye, ek sorry chhod gaye. That kind of a thing ki, chalo hum log, please, I'm asking for an apology, and the matter ends there. No, the matter doesn't end there.
Right.
It shows the upbringing and shows the environment what they have been brought up, and it shows the kind of desperation these kind of men are to gain any kind of a footage to keep them in limelight. These kind of men, they feel that it's fine to abuse a woman because that's my birthright. Women is always lower to me. She's below me. She's not at all at par with me. And it's my birthright. So this kind of misogynist mindset, it needs to come to an end. We have to take an action, an immediate action, and say that any kind of these kind of derogatory remarks or speaking about women in a very, irrespectfully, it will not be accepted. Any part of the world, any platform, not political alone, any platform. Nobody has a right to insult a woman. Nobody.
Certainly, ma'am, this is very condemnable, no doubt about it. Ma'am, usually, when such remarks are made by certain party members, party leaders, of course, there are people, representatives of the party, the big leaders who come out and apologize, which is what Kanimozhi did. But beyond apology, we don't see much. We haven't seen a precedent where that person has been sacked from the party, any strict action being taken. But here, do you feel that a stringent action or perhaps expulsion will take place? Do you certainly believe that, this will go beyond apology?
No, definitely not. This is where the matter is going to end today. You and I will be discussing, and there'll be an end to this, and the party is going to think that Kani has apologized, and the matter ends there. CM is not going to take any action. Mark my words.
Ma'am, also, I know that you wouldn't want to acknowledge the Mr. Sadiq who made these insensitive and derogatory remarks. But, if you had to tell him, if you had to send out a message to men like him, what is the kind of message that you'd like to send across?
All I would like to tell them is, please do not insult the woman who has given birth to you and brought you up. Because this just shows the kind of upbringing they have had. And that's the biggest insult to a mother. Your actions are not your actions. Your actions, your words actually reflects your mother's upbringing. And that poor woman would never ever think that my child will bring so much of shame to me. And I speak this as a mother. I think, people like this man or any other person, any other man, they don't have the rights to insult the woman, the mother who has brought you into this world. So remind it, when you speak such lines, you're not insulting me or my colleagues from my cinema fraternity or other women around the world, but you're insulting your mother. They need to understand that.
Certainly, ma'am. And also, one more last question that I'd like to say, usually when it comes to the field of politics, if an actor or an actress join politics, they are, looked at a certain way. Do you think that you having a background of films has made it tougher for you in politics and having to face these kind of remarks by these politicians or workers within the political party?
It shows their insecurity because nobody knows this man. Today, this man will be known. He is there on all the national television. That's because his name is attached to me. He's spoken about me. Otherwise, what was his identification? His identity is zero. So they cling on to something to find some kind of a fame, the 2-minute fame. So that they can, I spoke about her, and I'm the one who had spoken about Khushbu, and I was there on all the national levels. No, they're saying by hook or crook. If I'm famous, that's fine. So I think this is the mindset what these men have. So me being from cinema, yes, I'm successful. Yes, I am rich. Yes, I am known. Yes, I have a following. And all this brings insecurity to these people.
Certainly, ma'am. Khushbu right there. Khushbu Sundar speaking to Mirror now exclusively. Thank you, Khushbu Sundar, for joining us with all your inputs and your thoughts on this extremely insensitive and derogatory comments made by this DMK functionary. Thank you for joining us.